Hi, ladies and gents of YouTube. We have finally a LeBron Lopez video. Now we're gonna check this dude out. It's a TREESE video. He's gonna be talking about him, so I need to be informed of this dude. You guys keep talking about him. I don't know. I'm gonna watch his highlights eventually, probably pretty soon. But for this video, it's just gonna be like it's probably gonna be talking about his life, his storied life. See, how he came up, what he's doing now, and shit like that. But it's gonna be a chiller video. Highlights coming soon. But for now, let's just eat our cookies. You know what I'm saying? Let's just eat some cookies and chill and see what this TREESE dude's got to say.
Year of his career in terms of reaching his NBA dreams.
Never mind. I think I just broke my tooth
we
eating that cookie.
Francis Lopez, more commonly known as Lebron Lopez, a Filipino prospect who's going to be the next big thing for Overtime Elite's basketball league, meant for promising young
he's on Overtime Elite.
Like himself. We'll touch on that a little bit later. At 6'5" and just 19 years old, Lopez is an incredible athlete with the size and DNA to become really anything he needs to be. But simultaneously,
y'all let me know, is he on Overtime Elite?
A lot of polishing up to do before we could truly call him an NBA prospect. But he's making the right strides. At 18, Lopez has already made his debut with the Filipino senior national team in the Asia Cup qualifiers just this past summer.
Dang.
The first thing that stuck out
big,
to me
bro.
was the defense and who uses his hands well and loves to hustle. The hustle translates to points oftentimes. His only 2 baskets against Indonesia came from hustling. The first puts on for show against
what the hell is
China
with this video? It keeps like randomly cutting.
Plays where in each of them he chases down a 7-footer back for consecutive chase down blocks.
Hey,
again,
oh shit!
Or the flashy moves, it's the defense and hustle.
Okay, he gets up there, huh?
That being said, though, there are things to look forward to as it relates to Lopez and his offensive game. And the biggest thing that Lopez brings right now is slashing. Now, I'd like to see a little bit of more off-ball cutting, but Lopez
is his middle name actually LeBron, or is that they just gave him that name or something?
His averages of 16 points per game, 9 rebounds and 3 blocks, including a field goal percentage of 45%.
Where does he average that?
The full story. This man is the focal point of every offense he's been on there. To put those numbers into a bit of context, Kai Soto averaged 25, 16, and 2.5 blocks a game during his final season of high school, and he was a 7'2" giant, simply dominating the shorter competition that the Filipino high school scene had to offer. LeBron, on the other hand, he's big, he's long, he's athletic, but he doesn't have that massive height advantage that Kai Soto had. LeBron Lopez lives up to his name not just for the dunks, but for the power combined with the finesse that he possesses and displays in attacking the cup. There's rumors about his wingspan being super long. He maximizes it on defense, but it will be the key for his
TREESE is being a little sus, bro. He keeps talking about how long this dude is.
His arm length exceeds that of those who guard him, making it easy for him to finish around the basket, but his athleticism and length are only additions to his skill there. Like I said, there's a sense of finesse in his ability to score in the paint. He uses a variety of moves to get to the basket and free himself of his defender, making his attempts at the rim as easy as possible for the 6'5" explosive.
This dude went to Ateneo.
Has quite a way to go as a jump shooter. At 6'5", it's easy for him to get by playing in the Philippines without a legit jumper, where the average player is much shorter than those in the United States, and globally for that matter. So his jump shot has never really been much of a priority, and it looks a bit interesting, I'll put it that way. It's not necessarily slow, it doesn't have much of a hitch, but it looks like a set shot that I could only really imagine him getting off when he's either wide open or has some time to warm up.
It is a little slow.
The shot's a little bit stiff, and he never takes outside jumpers off the dribble, or it's rare, and he rarely takes contested shots as well. And at 6'5" and as a wing player, he'll need to
sniping it though
as soon as he can and make it a
he contested
training.
I need to watch some highlights soon, man.
Lopez taken off the dribble 3, and it looks solid when he's in motion, but it's far from reliable. But he has the right idea to it that can make
wonder what his percentage is.
More development. We'll touch on his feel for the game a bit later, but that's something huge that you'll notice when watching Lopez. He kind of looks like a freak athlete who was just put onto a basketball court, but it looks like he never truly figured out how to play the game in an organized setting. It shows in his passing and ball handling, both incredibly unpolished, but we'll focus on the passing. When Lopez is dribbling, his head is down too often, making it hard for him to find an open
like Kai Soto dribbling right there.
Pass, he's solid at it, but he has a hard time understanding where his teammates are and following the flow of the game. He makes good passes, but he's awkward with the ball in his hands, and I view him, like as of right now, as a very good slasher who may be unproven against sizable big men, but nonetheless talented scoring around the rim. But a perimeter game, especially as a playmaker, leaves a lot to be desired. I touched on it a bit
So
earlier
he's
in this
6'5",
video,
all right.
but on top of being a terrific interior scorer, I think his best trait is his hustle. He uses his length to get into passing lanes and block shots, even when it may seem like he's far out of position. With all
How
of
old
the
is this
skills
dude?
that
Is he still
Lopez brings
19?
to the table, it's going to be exciting watching him play with Overtime Elite this year. His first real introduction to real established talent of those in his age group. And he hasn't yet played in the league, but he's officially a part of the program. But logistical
I mean,
issues
Overtime
are
Elite is
keeping the
good.
wait
He's
super
gonna play
long.
better comp,
He's going
but
to play there as soon as possible.
that
As
shit's not gonna
Lopez
get him to the
himself
league.
said, everything is still ongoing right now with my papers. I'm always staying in touch with them. Overtime Elite, everything will be settled soon, and I'll be going to America. And his arrival to America is going to be massive for his career. There will be tons of fans expecting production out of Lopez, and as he said, I will not let our country down. I will work very hard to represent us well. And that's the mindset that you love to hear. But as for how he will perform and where his basketball career will take him, in my opinion, it's really hard to say. But going back to the feel for the game that Lopez lacks a little bit, it's something that the BLIA's program director
He looks
has
like a
mentioned
commercial
is being
hooper.
focused on with his training. In response to hearing that assessment of Lopez, the director said, I think people are pretty accurate in their assessment. He is an outstanding athlete. He certainly fits the criteria and length that we're looking for. Long arms, athletic guy, and very, very active, a lot of energy. Francis is, as mentioned, a very active player. He hustles and he plays with a lot of energy.
It's really good.
But at some point, and I think that point is going to be soon, it's not going to be enough. There are plenty of athletic 6'5" wings. The question will soon be, how talented is Lebron Lopez outside of the dunks? So continuing on from the quote from earlier, the basketball director would go on to say, but LeBron has a lot to learn. He has a lot to learn about the concepts of the game, understanding the nuances of execution. Sometimes a player's ability to learn these mental parts of the game comes naturally. Other times it's a long process that's too long to wait for, or it just never happens. I'm hoping that it comes.
I don't know, man. I'm not convinced yet. I gotta watch the highlights.
He's a jump shot and some ball handling skills away
I gotta see the highlights.
from making his NBA dreams come true. If you were looking for any insight or prediction as to whether LeBron Lopez's NBA career,
and I need a little bit more information.
I'll have
like,
to
where
leave
is he
my
right now?
judgment until I see him play in Overtime Elite against other top
Overtime
young
Elite
competition.
is
Lopez
very
is a
overrated.
player
It does
I want
not
to root for.
do a
He's been
lot. I don't know
described as
why.
humble, down
He
to
might have been
earth,
like
and
Kai
also
Soto and had bad
hardworking,
management,
and a
because I don't
player
know
who
why the
wants
hell
to
he'd go there.
understand the game and maximize his potential. And with the size, length, and athleticism that he possesses, he has everything that he needs. Everything from the mindset and the physical gifts.
Okay.
After all, he's called LeBron Lopez for a reason. Well, that might
What
just
is the
be
reason?
the dunks, but hopefully you learned a little something about the Philippines.
He dunks like LeBron?
If you're
What
going
the fuck? Alright, well, the video just randomly ended on me. Well, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment.